Gender, Binary, and Beyond, which talks about human rights, equality, and identical emotion between men, women, and third gender. However, today we are more focusing on the men's emotion in terms of gender equality. By the patriarchal custom, women were isolated from education, human rights, government concerns, and other events which they deserved. Gradually, the patriarchal society understood the needs of education for women. Today, women are doing almost all the things that man does. Externally, we can see that men and women are equal. In contrast, when we look into this matter psychologically, we see one of the major concerns is emotion, which is a psychological and neurological matter that is not appreciated equally between men and women. The idea of being emotional as a man became a stigma to the man gender into the society, but not for a woman.
Gender, binary and beyond. How we perceive this sentence when we hear it. Gender equality has been a hot topic since past century as people in our society have grown more aware on how they want to be viewed as, which introduces us to binary, male and female, and non-binary who want to be identified as none of them, and third genders. Nowadays in our society, women are getting their job, their money, their career, but still the patriarchal dominance and the internal struggle still resides. Same with men, situations like boys don't cry, which strips away their human rights to show emotions. Now the question rises that if we don't deal with these situations first, how are we able to go beyond and give third genders and non-binaries their human rights and count them as our equal?
Why is it that when it comes to men, expressing their feelings is not taken as kindly as it is taken for women? Rather, in our society, this phenomenon is considered strange and makes a man less of a man. It is a gender stereotype that men should not cry. As a result, they are conditioned to not be vulnerable in front of others from an early age. And bottling up these emotions impacts not just themselves but also their surroundings. These suppressed emotions take the form of negativity, toxicity, depression, suicide, and whatnot. The rate of men suiciding has always been higher than the rate of women. In a 2020 US study, it was found out that the rate of men suiciding that year had been 3.8 times higher than the rate of women. And this has been the same picture every year. So don't you think it is something concerning and should be more talked about?
Nowadays, men are not valued as much as women are valued and given privileges in various matters. Men are subjected to various forms of discrimination. A female student is offered various scholarships and facilities by her educational institution to encourage her to study, but the same thing is not done with male students. This facility should be given to male students as well as girls. Also, in various places, men are subjected to harassment by men due to lack of education and finances. Among these, it is noteworthy that there are lots of arguments about bonuses, shift assignments, or duties. Also, many important jobs are done by men with low salaries. Even if they work more, they are not given promotions. Since the majority of the family depends on men and man is responsible for doing the job no matter what the hardship are, society has imposed this burden on men. If we look at a particular class of people in society, we see there are some males whose behavior is somewhat feminine. This issue is not creating of their own making, rather a biological issue. However, they suffer many abuses because they don't fit into stereotypes about their gender. Society makes fun of them. As a result, they consider society as their enemy.
From the very beginning of human civilization, males are portrayed as powerful, cold-blooded, fearless, and strong gender. And gradually the complement became a curse for male gender, as because due to this complement they cannot show their emotion, they cannot express their vulnerable time with the society, as because it creates a question about male identity. If a man express emotion, if a man cry in front of the society even create question about their gender. Are you man or not? Why you are crying like that? A man doesn't cry like this way. So you see the society doesn't give the male gender to express their emotion, and it become a curse. It become a curse for male gender. The societal great expectation from men, as men will be more masculine and fearless, stronger, is a curse for male nowadays. I think the society should address this right now, because it is related to men's psychological and physical health. It's a part of neurological science. As you can see that in our society, most of the violence are happening by men. Why? Because they are not getting emotional support from the society. This emotion is gradually converting into anger, grudge, and you see most of the domestic violence are happening nowadays, even nowadays, just because of this. Just because men's are not mentally happy, they're not getting mental support from the society, emotional support from the society. I think it should sort it out immediately, because it is also a part of gender binary and beyond, and this is a very serious crisis. Thank you.